Mark Wahlberg's new film Spenser Confidential is available now on Netflix. But does it pack a punch or does it fall flat on its back? Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I'm Carl. Mark Wahlberg and director Peter Berg mark their 5th time working together. They've worked on such movies as Patriots Day, Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon and also Mile 22. Now I did a little research on the character Spenser, and he first appeared on our screens in the 1980s. Quite a long series, it lasted from 1985 to 1988. First appeared on the TV channel ABC in America. I'm not actually sure if it reached the UK, I don't actually remember it from the 80s, but do correct me if I'm wrong, put in the comments below if you do remember it. I personally don't. The story follows Spenser, played by Mark Wahlberg. He's a disgraced former Boston cop who was jailed for 5 years for beating up his captain. On the day of his release, his former captain and another police officer are brutally murdered. Spenser then decides to team up with his roommate Hawk, played by Winston Duke, and they decide to investigate and try and take down the bad guys. Now I just wanted to tell you about Winston Duke's character Hawk. He's a huge, big, powerful guy, but he's actually quite mellow and laid back and really relaxed, which is actually quite strange to watch. There's a particular scene where they're on this stakeout and Spenser's telling Hawk all about this guy they're watching, all the bad things he's done. He's killed a cat, but he's also brutally murdered this woman. And Hawk is so upset about the cat. He then goes over to the guy's car, draws a little picture on the side of his yellow Corvette, which is actually, I think it's meant to actually be a comedy scene in that. I found it quite funny. Now this one's a bit of a strange one. The bad guys prefer to use machetes in the movie rather than guns. The movie also stars Arkin, who plays a grumpy old man. I'm not actually sure what his relationship is to Spenser in the movie, as the movie didn't really explain it well. I'm just presuming it's his old boxing manager. Also, I didn't really like, please forgive me if I've got the name wrong, lliza Shlesinger. I didn't like her character. She just seemed a really angry woman with an attitude. The movie also stars Post Malone. He's in the movie, but he's not in it for that long. I thought the movie told a very good story and it kept me really entertained. It also had a very good cast that actually worked so well together. I'm starting to like Mark Wahlberg the more I watch him. You know, he's always reminded me he's the action hero, always saves the day. But he can also do comedy and serious films, as he's proved. I'm actually trying to think of a Mark Wahlberg film I don't actually like. I mean, I've seen most of his films and I don't think there actually is. Can you name a Mark Wahlberg film that you don't like? Put in the comments below, guys, if you can think of one. I really can't. He just seems such a real nice guy, even off screen. For those of you not living in the UK, we have a show called Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway. You may have heard of Ant and Dec, you may not have heard of Ant and Dec. But anyway, they're at Wahlburgers, which is Mark Wahlberg's restaurant, and the man himself was there. He had to wear an earpiece while Ant and Dec told him what to say to his own customers, and they were really winding him up. And fair play to the guy, he went along with it. Anyway, let's go back to Spenser Confidential. I would say it's an action comedy movie. It's a 15, it's 1 hour 51 minutes, so it's quite a long film, but if you have got a couple of hours, do watch it. There is some sex, there's no nudity, although there is a lot of violence. I'm going to give Spenser Confidential a 4 out of 5 popcorn rating. Please like and subscribe to me, guys, if you can. It would be really helpful to us. Also, let me know what your favourite Mark Wahlberg movie is, and also if you can think of a worse Mark Wahlberg film, put that in as well. And also, if you have been to Wahlburgers, I'd love to know what the food's like there, so put that in as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next week, bye bye.